Hey family, happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? I'm smiling from ear to ear right now because when I tell you y'all showed out yesterday, y'all showed the fuck out. Okay, I really appreciate y'all for all of the love that you guys sent to me. All of the donations that you guys sent to me. You have no idea how much that is helping me right now. Okay, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I quit my job to follow my dream. All right. I had no idea whether this is going to work for me. I had no idea whether um I'm just sitting here thinking about and putting myself back in the time where I was at the job and I just kept saying I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. In my spirit, in my soul, it just didn't feel right being there. Okay, I had been through so many challenges working with this company, Walmart bitch ass. Okay, um, okay. I was a regular associate. I was a manager. Okay, I tried to reach the totem. All right, because I felt like, all right, you know what I'm saying. I didn't go to college, even though I'm smart enough. I could have went to college, could have got a degree, could have did all of that. All right, but if I could make a career out of Walmart, and once you're in management, they actually pay pretty decent, depending on the area in the store that you work to. Okay, but my soul, it just didn't feel right with my soul, and there's a reason why I'm being led to share this story, because I feel like there's somebody out there that wants to leave something that's making them restricted, but they're the reason why they're staying is because of the money. All right, this could either be a job, or this could either be a situation in which someone is providing something with you, but on a soul level you don't feel like you fit wherever you are. Okay, this message is definitely going to be in regards to our money. Okay, um but yeah, I quit, and I didn't know what was next. It was definitely very nerve-wracking. It kind of still is, but you know, I thought about all of those times where I needed and God came through. I thought about all those times where I needed, excuse me. Okay, I also feel like someone wants you to be quiet. They want you to shut up. All right, it could be me that they want to shut up, because you know, I awaken people. I awaken things in people. If you choose to accept it, you know what I'm saying, will have you around here encoded, DNA changing in your sleep type shit, because of something I said or the energy that I emit through these videos. Okay, because I'm very intentional. I do this because I've always wanted to help, and this is my way. It's something that I love. All right, I wanted to go to school in college for psychology, but I was telling myself, like, why do I gotta go to school for something God already gave me? It's just a waste of time. All right, I don't have to have a licensed psychology degree in order to help people with their psyche. All right, so I feel like that's also a message for someone. But long story short, thank you all. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Even the views help. They help. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shout out to all of you guys. Okay, I can't express that enough. But let's get right into the message. Currency. When you think about currency, you think about money. All right, and some of us, or most of us who think on a broader scale, on a deeper level, you think about water. All right. um Water is what true currency is. That's where it comes from. And of course, they had to make a replica, right? Of course, you are the blueprint, all right? And everything around you is a imitation version of you. Literally everything. Cars, the television, your phone, everything. Even down to telepathic communication, because you ever notice, like, sometimes you could think something, like, because I've experienced this, bro, and it's actually pretty fucking freaky, because this is an inanimate object, and this is not something that I spoke out loud, but yet it's popping up on my news feed. There's things that I've thought about, didn't even say, for this phone to hear me, because we all know they fucking listening. Like, that's not anything new. But for this phone not to even, it's like the phone picked up on my thoughts, and all of a sudden I'm seeing videos and shit on my news feed that relate to what I just thought. Okay, everything is a replica of you. They want to take you away from the truth, and the truth is you. I feel like spirit is trying to, or working with whoever this message is for, all right? Because I firmly believe that this message is going to find who it needs, or who needs it, all right? Whether you choose to click this bitch or not, it ain't on me. Okay, but that's besides the point. Whoever I'm speaking to, spirit, your spirit team, God, is helping you heal your relationship around money, which in turn helps you to heal your relationship around you. Okay, so we're gonna get into some money messages to see what's going on. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna come out, but I did just hear good news in my third eye. Okay, you got loneliness. I'll be lying if I said that I didn't try to record this video already like 3 times. Okay, but let's just get right into it. Currency, all right, your blood banks, all right. I think of river banks. Okay, what do you believe? Do you truly have faith in the God that you pray to, that you will be okay if you followed your dreams? If it wasn't for you, you wouldn't have thought it. If it wasn't for you, you wouldn't be dreaming it. Okay, and I'm talking about your dreams, not the dreams that somebody else gave you about what wealth and rich look like. Because at the end of the day, wealth and rich, it comes from within you. And it reflects outside of you. It's not something that you attain to be happy. It's not something you attain to be free. You have to already know that you are free. You have to already be in this happy state. Do you know how many people be million, billion, gazillionaires, right? But in their mind, they feel trapped. They don't feel happy. It's because they were chasing someone else's dream. They were chasing a dream that was constructed for you to have, not the dream that you felt within your spirit, within your soul. Okay, what do I mean by the dream that was constructed? You see how media give us what rich and wealthy should look like? Everything is a gimmick. Everything is meant to sell you. All right, everything around us, mostly everything, is designed to siphon energy from us. Because when we go and we pour into certain companies, certain constructs, certain constitutions, we don't even know that these people be siphoning our energy. And it's all a trade, it's all a rotation. Okay, it's also bringing me back to it's making me think deep a lot, all right, in reference to like the government and how it's construct. Long story short, whether you believe this or not, people be saying that they don't believe in witchcraft, they don't believe in voodoo, they don't believe in magic, and they don't believe in that. And that's cool if that's not something you believe in, but it's happening to you right in your face. The fact that damn, and everything in its power is trying to distract me right now. Like, I'm getting back-to-back notifications for no reason, because they're empty notifications. They have no sustenance. Okay, but what was I saying, spirit? It's bringing me back to how everything is constructed around us. Damn, it's like I lost my train of thought. Okay, and that's the point, to make you feel lost. That's the point, to take you away from your essence. That's the point. Okay. Oh, all right. That's what I was saying. People saying that they don't believe in magic and all of that stuff, but reality is that it's being done on you. The fact that you even pay a bill is a form of witchcraft, because we're supposed to be living off the land. All right, but they're making you go to work. They're making you do things that you don't want to do to live. But the crazy part is, you ain't even living. You just existing. Because do we really want to do that shit? Now, I'm not saying some people ain't at their job and they love their job, but is that truly at the core, at your essence, what you want to do? Fuck it. I let that shit go and I didn't care. I said, worst come to worst, I'll sleep in my car. But that's not gonna happen, okay? It's just that I was so convinced, and still is, am so convinced to do what I love. No matter what happened, I'm still not gonna regret doing it. And I ain't going back. That's what I'm not gonna do. Because there's been so many situations and circumstances where I was supposed to fall. Okay? But I wasn't supposed to fall. That's just something I didn't know because of the way I thought. This time around, I just had to build trust. Even when it got to the point where it's like, it looked like all is gonna fail, something always came through. Something always came through. Something always come through. Someone always come through. So I'm telling you that story and telling you about my own situation, which is kind of nerve-wracking for me because although I'm on a public platform, I am a private person, very independent, and Spirit is teaching me how to allow things to be, allow things to be received, allow yourself to just rest in the unknown and know that you're going to be okay. And that's all you got to know. You ain't got to know the how. You ain't got to know the when. You ain't got to know the why. Just rest in what you know spiritually. Because you're following your spirit. Everything is going to be fine. Okay? This path that we're taking with unlearning, it's a lonely path. I'm also getting this energy of it's lonely being at the top. I also feel like I'm speaking to somebody where your income is about to get very lucrative, more lucrative than it's ever been. And people may even contribute what you're doing, how you doing it, to some type of demonic entity or demonic spirit. I also am being led to speak on this ideology that we have that everybody who ever got riches did it because of some type of demonic spirit. When that's not true. If God exists, why wouldn't he want me to be wealthy? Why wouldn't he want me to be secure? Why wouldn't he want me to have unlimited resources? The truth is right in our face. Just look outside. The trees ain't worried about if the sun gonna come out. Because internally, they know that the sun is going to shine. Even if it don't shine today, it's going to shine tomorrow. They know that even if it don't rain every day, one of these days it's going to rain and they're going to get the nutrients that they need to grow strong and survive. Otherwise, they wouldn't be standing as tall as they do. Resting in the energy of not worrying about anything. Because worry only creates it only create a space where you're making decisions irrationally and emotionally. Calm down, take a deep breath. Think about what it is that you want. And the best way to go after what you want is to rest in the knowing. Okay, this card reads, I know that I'm never alone. I'm getting this energy of like-minded people, okay? I'm also getting this energy of collaborations. Not only collaborations with physical people, but collaborations with your spirit team as well. All right, you are never lonely, okay? I don't know why this is reminding me of the internet, all right? Yeah. It also is reminding me of an eye. It's giving like all-seeing eye. How could God exist everywhere all at once? That means that God is infused in everything all at once. Okay, this is supposed to be a money read, but we're going to go with the flow. Fuck it. I'm also getting this energy of being grateful for where you are. All right, you might also have a friend here that's here for you, supporting you. All right, something about support of your dreams. Okay, I'm just getting this energy of like, for somebody here, there's someone around you that you don't even know. You could call this person a friend. I don't know if you and this person talk every day or talk, every few weeks or something like that. But there's someone here. It's like you are blind to the fact that they actually support you. This could even be in a sense where, because what I'm picking up is somebody might be living with their parents or living with someone that they don't want, but you're not telling this friend or this person the complete truth. This could be a family member. I'm just getting this energy of support, and you guys have some type of friendship dynamic where you discuss certain things, right? And you could definitely be somebody that barely trusts anyone, okay? Especially with your business, especially with you feeling like you always have it together. It's something here that you're keeping from them, but this person is the one who is meant to support you in this time, okay? I'm speaking to somebody who may have just lost a job, quit a job, or on the brink, but you are afraid that you won't be supported. God always sends us help, all right, spiritually, and through people that we least expected. Okay, it's reminding me of that story in the Bible when the guy was in the middle of the ocean and he was waiting on God to come out the sky and pick him up and save him from drowning. But God was sending people, boats, resources for him to get out of the mess. But his mind was fixed on only one way when the possibilities are unlimited. I'm actually feeling this. I like this, okay? I'm grateful. All right, you got change. There's definitely about to be some type of change in your finances because you chose a changed mind, is what I just heard. Okay, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Exactly. Not being stuck in one way, not being stuck in thinking that it can only be possible this way. I'm also getting to thinking that you can only be supported by certain people. All right, because for somebody here, you may feel like your family is the one that's supposed to be supporting you. Okay, or I'm just getting this energy of someone separating away from their family, and they're still thinking about the memories of how they presented said things to the family because they felt like the family would support them, but it was rejected. And most of the time, when you present your dream to another person, they're gonna project their perspective. And if their mind is restricted to only one way or no way, what do you think? They don't have the capacity to support your way. They just don't. They don't have the capacity to support their own way. That's why it's important for you to follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Follow your consciousness. Follow you. Okay, I just heard following you is how to be a true leader. Okay, the only way you can truly lead is to be a leader in your own life. Okay, the only way you can grow a true following is by following yourself and the following of people that surround you. They're not gonna judge you. They're gonna support you. Okay, because I feel that there's an element of mirroring here. Like I'm picking up on support here, but the support is coming from people that embody a piece of you, almost like a reflection. Like there's a part of you that's a part of them, and it's bringing me back to how could God be in everything and in everyone all at once? The all-seeing eye, all-seeing eye. I've always associated that with an actual eyeball. All right, all-seeing eye, I, me, I am, the great I am. Okay, all-seeing eye. I promise y'all, like sometimes I get on here and half of the shit that I be channeling I ain't never heard before. Like I promise, like, and I ain't realized we almost 20 minutes in. Anyway, let's move forward. And then you got purpose. Now it did came out in reverse, but I just feel the fact that it came out in reverse is letting me know that what I've been speaking is exactly on point. Are you following your purpose? Are you ready for a change? Somebody here is definitely resisting a change because they're thinking that they won't be supported, but you looking at support in the wrong place, baby. Okay, you know how long I've been doing YouTube? You know how many fucking YouTube channels I got trying to make this work? But guess what? Every time I stopped and put it down, I came back and I picked it back up. The only thing that got in the way of my consistency is work. Being tired, being overworked, feeling drained. And then y'all know me. If you've been rocking with me for a while, you know my heart. You know the love that I have. This don't just happen on YouTube. It happened in real life. Okay, this is just who I am. So imagine you not only pouring into a job and working under management that don't appreciate you, that feels like you are a competition to them, and the whole time they're on a higher level than you. How can I come and take a spot that you already attained? When in reality, you're supposed to be helping me get there. Because me getting there is not going to take away from you being there. Okay, somebody could definitely be going through some type of changes or some type of riffraff at work. But I knew that it was my spirit that bothered them. That's why I became comfortable with triggering people. Because I can walk in the room and people feel some type of way. I can't control that shit. I can't, and I'm not going to try to. For what? That's your problem. You got to live with those triggers. Just like when certain things trigger me, I have to live with it. But it's how you handle it. How you grow from it. How you move when you're triggered. Being triggered is natural. We all get triggered. Ain't nobody around here that don't get triggered by something. Okay, we all been through traumatic situations. But how you handle it. Are you going to look at it and feel offended? Or are you going to reevaluate, why is this bothering me in the first place? What do I need to change in order to live and not feel restricted in this life within my own mind and how I think? Okay? But we're going to turn this purpose upright. For somebody here, you don't have just one purpose. You have multiple. Okay, and sometimes the purpose is as easy as just waking up and breathing, because your presence gives life. But in order for you to truly be able to live, you have to let go. I don't know why I just said that. It don't even seem related. I don't know. I be in another world, and then you got guilt here. Okay, with freedom. Whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody where you are walking in a very abundant energy. Very abundant, okay? I'm also getting this energy of you being the source of the family. And when I think about source, it makes me think about power, and it makes me think about creation. It makes me think about, you are the source of the family here. Some type of financial dynamic, okay? But it's giving me more so the power, the essence, the authority that you carry, okay? And less about money. Like I said, you could be very much financially well off, physically, and you take care of the family, and spirit may be trying to get you to rewire how you think about what taking care of family really is and what it really means. Okay, because I feel like it could definitely be draining you. I also feel like whoever you are, you might be picking up extra days, extra shifts, and doing extra just so that way you can provide for the extras. I'm also getting this energy to reevaluate how they treat you, or reevaluate how they really feel. Okay, say no and see how a person reacts. Okay, this is given like I provided for you for a while, and internally that person is only around because of what you're providing. And the moment that you stop, or the moment that you lose everything, they're going to be out the door on the next deck, is what I just heard as I split the deck with the King of Cups. Okay, I could definitely be talking to a man here, where it's like you're the sole provider, and it's because of your emotional attachment to whoever or whatever this is. I could also be speaking to somebody who don't know that they are the source of the income in a business, Okay, it's your brain that's keeping this business running, and it's not your business. Okay, not your business. When I thought about that, it made me think to myself, about this one video I seen where the lady was like, if you minding my business and I'm minding my business, who minding your business? Okay, yeah. But it's definitely giving that, because we have been indoctrinated to mind other people's businesses, and then we wonder why we so nosy and want to know what everybody else got going on, because it's indoctrinated to us, in us. Okay, we don't realize that that's what we're doing in other spaces, building the businesses for other people that don't even work in the building. You wouldn't even be able to recognize the fucking CEO if he walked in and asked for some fries, or asked for some condiments, or asked for some help. If you work in retail, okay, minding the business of other people, all right, investing your currency, investing your energy into other people, okay. All right, Spirit, give me some cards. Let's get to the mundane facts. Okay, that was the spiritual aspect of how we attract money, okay, who we are. But let's get into the physical aspect. I definitely see something here being celebrated with this 3 of Cups. Something here you have to defend and keep working at, all right? You are very close. I definitely am speaking to somebody that got their own business, their own entrepreneurship thing going. Okay, whoever you are, you're a natural born leader, and I mentioned leaders earlier. The King of Wands also represent a visionary. This person, this energy is very magnetic, so this giving me the energy of your currency is what's pulling the resources in. If you do social media, it's your energy, it's your personality, it's who you are, and the support from your spirit team that's bringing these supporters in out of nowhere. Okay, I'm also getting this energy of business booming. Okay, I'm also hearing slow growth is better than no growth. All right, so someone is growing here, and it had to build some type of momentum. It was going real slow. It's reminding me of that game show. I think The Price is Right, when the little guy was going up the hill. All right, I don't know why I'm seeing that. Okay, or was it yeah, that was The Price is Right. Okay, so that could be significant here. A game show could be significant, or watching a game show could be significant. I'm also getting Jeopardy. I'm also getting Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I'm seeing someone's great aunt or grandmother watch these game shows. Okay, coming in. Something about rewinds on the weekend. I'm also getting WWE, WWF. All right, wrestling could be very significant here. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but okay. And I didn't even read the energy of guilt. And instantly, I just feel like Spirit is saying you are about to walk into an era that's the richest that you've ever experienced. You're being paid for transforming how you feel about you. I'm hearing you're being endowed with riches. Okay? Don't feel guilty for not helping certain people, because I don't feel like with that purpose coming in reverse, I don't feel like that's your purpose. Okay? It's okay to help a person, every now and again, but don't feel guilty if you don't want to. Don't feel guilty about not constantly being there, because at the end of the day, you had to change your mindset and live different and start believing in yourself in order to even reach this peak. And if they didn't, why are they reaping the benefits off of work that you did? Excuse me. Don't feel guilty. It says I said relief. There has definitely been about to be some type of financial relief in your life. Some type of financial breakthrough. Okay? And I feel like spiritually you see this coming. Ethereally you feel it in your atmosphere. Right? But I feel like Spirit wants you to get used to that feeling before you even see it physically. It's like a test of faith. Okay, I definitely am speaking to somebody where you keep attracting certain readings and certain messages that tell you that you're meant to be rich. That's because it's fucking true. If you don't believe in miracles, you don't believe in magic, you don't believe in God. And this ain't the channel for you. So if you don't think that you're meant for something, or you don't think that whatever it is for you, this is not a game or a gimmick. It's so many people out here that's sitting on bricks. I don't know why, just that made me think about cocaine. All right, drug dealing could be very significant. Okay, I'm hearing cartel. I'm also getting drug lord. All right, this King of Pentacles. Whoa, I ain't even meant to say that. All right, so definitely it's giving king shit when it comes to money, boss shit. Okay. But if you keep hearing these messages, that's because it's for you. There's a such thing as repetition, all right? And when you always repeat something, it becomes you. If you keep hearing the same thing, it becomes you. It becomes embedded within you. It becomes your DNA. It becomes your currency. What are you believing? What are you listening to? What's repeating? Okay? But repetition is key. The more I tell you, or the more we tell you, whatever, the more you tell yourself that you're rich, you deserve it, the more that becomes your reality. True currency is within the tongue. That's where the power is. True currency is within the chakras, the solar plexus. That's where the power is. And all of that is within you. It ain't got nothing to do with a piece of paper that was printed. Nothing. And like I said, it's not to take away from its value, but it's to bring the true value back to you. We give money power. You know how many people die over money? Why is that? Because we are exerting our power within a piece of paper that the people who printing this shit don't even use. Imagine that. The people who printing this shit don't even use. And now it just brought me back to how the 1%, half of the shit that they feed the masses, they don't even consume. And I ain't just talking about food. I'm talking about what they're projecting on your mind, on your body, on your soul, on your eyes, on your ears. If you allow somebody to have control over you, they will. Okay, whoever I'm speaking to, it's time for you to take back control over yourself, or you have, and you are about to be rewarded for it. There is something here that you don't see coming. And you don't see this coming because you focused on one thing, and the whole time the balance is right behind you. Okay? I'm also getting this energy of expansion. You could definitely be doing something on the internet. I'm also getting this energy of shopping on the internet. I'm also getting this energy of someone trying to fight for your spot or fighting for your power. But it's giving me like on a mass scale. This could also be on a mundane scale as well. Like people in your everyday life are fighting you for your power, your essence. This could also be like energy of energy siphoning. Like you was in a relationship with a certain person and they was using you because you were an energetic source for this person, and whoever this person is knew that. Meanwhile, y'all getting it on, and this person in their mind thinking about everything that they want to manifest, everything that they want to exist. I'm definitely getting something about like a energy vampire. Okay, a currency vampire. Okay. But whoever you are protected. I also get this energy of being protective, not only over the people you love, but over yourself. Okay. Honorable. I'm hearing an honorable man. All right. Spirit is also about to reward you for being faithful to what inspires you, being faithful to what drives you. Okay. Something here is your purpose. I'm also hearing this energy of don't feel guilty for living in your purpose. Don't feel guilty for changing, okay? Someone's purpose here is to read energy. Okay? Kind, never weak. Okay? Don't allow nobody to guilt trip you into thinking that just because you sitting on top, you sitting on this throne, that you owe them a motherfucking, you don't owe them shit. All right? They owe it to themselves. Okay, just like you don't owe their job shit. They'll figure it out. Let me tell you something. You could die tomorrow. And the day after that, they're going to have your replacement ready. The world don't stop. So why should you stop? Why should you stop your world and what you want for you to contribute to somebody else, all because you feel like, oh, I got to pay my bills? Yes, we do. If you want to live comfortably, unfortunately, that is what's going. But like I said, God is bigger than all this shit. And God is in you. You're bigger than all of it. You're bigger. You're better. You're better. You're great. Okay? And you don't need anything outside of you to live for you. We are rewarded for choosing ourselves, not for choosing money. We're choosing this life. We're choosing this social construct. Every day we get up and we choose this. Why are we paying for natural resources? I'm waiting on the answer, baby. Okay, why? Why? I just feel like if we came together as one whole, we the people, right? We don't realize how strong we are because of the numbers. And so many people have so many different ideas that we can bring together and make shit work. I'm just getting this energy of sovereignty, freedom. Literally, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Your own happiness. Not you getting up dreading going to a building every fucking day. And little do you know you're being siphoned. These people live off of our dread. Meanwhile, we in the building fighting and competing with each other. And the CEO somewhere eating fucking steaks that he grew out his backyard. Not the ones they printing in the fucking machines and selling in the store that we working in. It's like a cycle of bullshit. We don't even understand how we're contributing to the demise of other people. Because we don't understand how we're contributing to our own demise by supporting this shit. I refuse, bro. I was willing to sleep outside before I fucking do that shit. And good thing for me, I'm learning how not to think the worst about situations. But when you've always only experienced the worst because you always lived in the worst, that's all you know. So unlearning is very nerve-wracking. It's a shock to the nervous system, especially when you're already hyperactive. My ADHD, I have to have something to do. I have to be doing something. That's why it's so easy for me to burn out, because I feel like there's always something that I need to be doing. And sometimes what I need to be doing is fucking resting. Like today's Sunday when I'm on here preaching like I'm in the fucking church. But, you know, I love doing this. And it ain't gonna stop me from going to rest later. I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got the Knight of Pentacles. Like I said earlier, slow growth is better than no growth. Okay, you are going to be rewarded for your consistency. All right, I'm also getting this energy of practical thinking. I think sometimes we get caught up in being practical, being logical. But what if what's logical was also fed to you? Because in our mind, the logical thing is to go to work and pay bills. But what if logic is for you to get up and live and know that your bills will actually get paid? You see how a switch in your mindset, in your mind frame, it could change everything. All of that hard work and consistency that you put in to somebody else's company and to somebody else's brand was energy that they siphoned for you because you gave it to them. When you could have been using that energy for you to better your brand, to better yourself. All of that consistency, you could be using that energy for you, being consistent with what you want to do, being practical about what your dreams are. And our dreams aren't logic. Sometimes they just aren't. And that's okay. Anything you ever thought is possible. Even if it was a bad thing, there's nothing new under the sun, I promise you. Okay? Whoever you are, you're very efficient. I just feel like with these two people having a back turn, there's definitely a shift in how you see money. You see how this woman is looking at her money? Okay, and then you got this other queen right here looking at the cup, looking at the emotional part. So it's like this energy of like the heart and what the heart wants and what we think makes sense. But why can't you have both? Why restrict your mind to thinking that you only have an avenue for one? Okay? Give me something, Spirit. Here I am thinking that we finna, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to bring it back to its root, all right? Because I definitely thought we finna come on here and talk about how somebody finna get rich, but on a more mundane level. But Spirit brought me back to home, brought me back to where it all starts, brought me back to where wealth really is, where wealth truly reside. Okay, something here about recovering from Christmas. Okay, you got the Empress card with the 4 wands. I also feel like there is someone here that's watching this video. You have a very divine essence, a very divine energy. I also feel this energy of support from a community, like people celebrate you for being who you are, for doing what you do. If this is not you now, this is an aspect of you that Spirit is trying to get you to tap into, or you're approaching this season of your life. Okay, I'm also getting this energy of there is a lot of responsibility with coming with a leader. All right, you must be able to think logically without being too cold, but you must also be able to think emotionally without being too soft. It's like a perfect balance. Okay, I could be speaking to a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Leo. All right, I'm also getting Gemini. I see Taurus and Aries out here as well. You could be an earth sign or a fire sign. All right, this blue is bringing me back to water. You can be any sign. Okay, I'm also hearing Spirit say refer to your natal chart. So something about your natal chart here. I'm hearing part of fortune. All right, and it's making me think how they stopped putting our times on our birth certificates. And I wonder why. Because that right there is an element of my life that I can't even look into because I don't have the exact time that I was born. So someone could relate to that, all right? And this is why being in tune with myself is important, because I don't even have to know that I came in this world to be a rich motherfucker, because I feel it spiritually. And it's because I chose to be in tune with me. When I was out of tune, that was not even a... You know what? I'm lying. Because ever since I was younger, something kept telling me that this is... You meant you're gonna die rich. Like, I used to hear that. Like, and I never understood it, because I'm like, God, what the fuck? Look where I was born. Look where I'm at. It was like I was telling myself why it wasn't gonna happen. But my higher self was telling me. And I'm talking about, I was in fucking elementary, middle school thinking these things. Okay? I can remember being on the bus going to school one day and asking myself, is this all to life? All right, in middle school, I know that I didn't come here, and at the time I was religious, I was Christian. So I used to always say, God, I know you didn't bring me here just to go to school, then go to college, then go to work. When am I ever going to live? It's so many parts of the world that I want to see. When would I ever have time for that? And they say, don't question God. That's why, listen. I said it's bringing me back to the root. It's bringing us back to the root. Okay. I appreciate this message, actually. I'm hearing you do have help. I'm going to get 2 more tarot cards and then I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here. I thought I was going to do 2 videos, 2 little quick videos, but it's not working. Once I get in deep, we in there, all right? I'm talking about in there. There's definitely some type of new beginning approaching. Okay, well, I feel like you're going to have multiple options, and you're going to be so happy with the fact that you left something here. You left that shit behind because it was too intense. All right, it was way too intense. And not that you couldn't handle it, but it's like, just because you can do a job don't mean you should type shit. Just because you have the strength to do something don't mean you should waste your strength doing it. Okay, there was definitely some type of catastrophic change. Somebody here did lose their job or left a job, and you felt so empowered at first, but every day that passed, you grew some type of anxiety or worry surrounding something, but you don't have to do that. Okay, and sometimes, what I've experienced too, when I get anxious or I'm worried about something as it pertains to my finances, first of all, I remind myself why I did it. And it brings me back to that harmony, that state of peace. Okay? It reminds me of the faith that I have. Because ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. My spirit was telling me to do something. And when I do that, what my spirit is telling me to do, I'm not going to be supported. Yes, my spirit is what I want to do that's heartfelt. But the logic is what keep me grounded in my heart, if you get what I'm trying to say. The logic of it's going to work is what keep me grounded in the fantasy. My fantasy. All right, I feel like I've been talking about myself the whole time, but what better teacher is not the one that been through it? How can I try to teach and coach you out of a situation that I didn't experience? Okay. Now, what I can say though is sometimes the experience is not even me that went through it. It's the experience that it's like, and for those of us who channel or can read energy and stuff like that, then you might relate to this. But sometimes I don't even went through any of it, but in that moment as I'm channeling it, I'm being put through the process so that way I can convey the message or teach the way I'm supposed to. Okay. But yeah, I heard take it. I did channel off it anyway, but you got the Ace of Pentacles here. All right, something here is building momentum. I got 2 pentacles. Okay, this is also reminding me, even though this man has a physical pentacle in his hand, it's giving me spiritually backed. You see how the pentacle is his hand, and his hand's a little small, and then this one is big, but it's from the heavens, it's from the skies. So I just feel this energy of following one spirit, because the spirit, the money will be greater. Okay, this is air of earth and this is earth energy. Something about being practical. Okay, creating a fantasy and making that fantasy real. What does this talk about? Fantasies, wishful thinking. This could also speak to searching for a purpose, trying to find the right avenue, the right way. This is also the number 7, and it's reminding me of 777, but I do see you being very happy about something after a time where the situation called for you not to be, or it looked like on the outside, like outside looking in, you might be looking at your situation or thinking about what other people think about your situation, and it don't look like it's worth living, right? Something might even be past due. Okay, but don't worry about it. That's the point. Past due don't mean it ain't gonna get paid. It just means it's a little late. That's it. But most times that's happening because it's a test of faith. If you truly believed, let me see. If you truly believe, let me see. Let me see. Okay. Everything is going to be balanced for you. Everything is going to be restored. All right. The best way to restrict yourself from what you deserve is having a restricted mind. Okay. Somebody definitely up at night. All right. But you have nothing to worry about. Okay, use that energy to stand on fucking business. Okay, someone might be even about to get a new car, a new ride, or someone would have been having trouble with their car. Okay, with this Page of Swords and this Chariot is giving me the energy of fixing a car. Someone is watching their car get fixed or something be rebuilt. This is also reminding me of you standing outside of you, but you looking at it because you're curious. So why don't you just embody it? All right, embody this ambition, embody this determination, or not even embodiment, because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who already do, but it's just about you trying to figure out where to channel that energy from and to. Okay, but the Chariot talk about self-discipline, focus. It talk about determination and willpower. It talk about having a sense of control, even when things look like they're out of control, because what it look like don't matter. What it look like on the outside don't matter. It's how you feel on the inside. because that feeling that you have is what's going to align you to what you want it to look like on the outside. Take action on what you got going on. Take action in building your world, realizing that the world is your oyster. Okay, expect great things, because you said that's what you would experience. And there go that Two of Pentacles. It's giving me your pentacle, spirit pentacle in one. It looks separated, but it's in the same loop. Okay, finding balance and adapting yourself to this new life, this new way of thinking, this new timeline. Being emotionally stable in situations that you can't see. Because like I said, somebody here got control issues with this Strength card here. You want to be able to see it to believe it. But not every... You don't see the magic. You don't see spiritual warfare. You just feel it. We don't see the God that created all of this unless we're looking at, our reflections outside. But you don't see that shit. You just feel it. And you know that it exists because it's right in your face. You don't see the wind, but you know that bitch gonna blow. Okay? I'm hearing, baby, won't you come my way? I don't know where that just came from. All right, let me get one more card and then I'm out of here. I'm trying to decide if I want to do DoorDash today. Trying to decide, but I really don't, bitch. That's funny because as soon as I said that, I said, I just want to stay home and rest. Look what came out. Rest and relaxation. And just because you're resting and relaxing don't mean shit ain't happening. So fuck it. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the confirmation for that. I'm finna chill. Okay. And now I'm seeing her going back and forth in my own head about like, damn, am I missing out on the opportunity? All right. But I feel like that's very significant. Okay. Nothing that's for you will pass you by, especially if you're ready for it. Okay. But you got to find peace. You have to find solace. And just know this person is in a resting state. But this money is on the way. I just feel like you don't see something. This person can't see this. Their eyes closed. They might be in their mind creating and conjuring certain things that they want to experience in this relaxed state, in this state of peace. Okay, in this state of recuperation, being rejuvenated. All right, something about your sanctuary. Okay, this could be represented as the body, or this could be represented as like a home that you live in, or a peaceful state in your mind, a peaceful place in your mind. Okay, chicken sandwiches could be significant. Bojangles, all right, Popeyes could be significant. I don't know why that's coming up, but it is. All right, but I definitely see new beginnings when it comes to your finances. And it's so ironic how this card came over purpose. There's something here that has a lot to do with what you're supposed to be doing, where that big bag is at. Your money, your riches, your wealth is connected to your purpose. And if you're not doing something that's purposeful in a way that helps you and helps the world, then that's why you haven't aligned to the money that's yours. And it's yours. It's waiting for you. It's waiting on your shift in perspective. It's waiting on your belief that it's there, that it's you. I'm telling y'all, possibilities are unlimited. Don't restrict yourself to only one way. Manifest both expected and unexpected income. Be surprised. Be open. Be ready. Okay? Career opportunities, abundance, stability, security, prosperity, improvement, entrepreneurship, magnetism, faith, and executing faith. Becoming faith. Ooh, it's time for me to go. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's time for me to go. A lot of throat chakra activity. So I definitely feel like somebody here, of the bulk of your money is gonna come from your speech. Okay, so this could be you talking and speaking to people. I'm seeing somebody on stage talk to a lot of people. This could be something you're doing on the internet and what you're speaking, or this could literally just be you speaking your fantasy into reality. Because like I said, that's where the power is. It's in the tongue. Anyway, thank you guys for all of your love. I really appreciate you so much. I always constantly want to say thank you for your protection. So I feel like somebody out there that's watching me is definitely commanding protection for me. And whoever you are, I appreciate you. Thank you, spirit guides and angels, ancestors, the ones that's closest to the light. Thank you. Okay, and I don't even want to forget those that are in the dark, okay, the void, because that's where creation is. All right, thank you for all the protection, whoever you is, as long as it's for the greater good. All right, I appreciate y'all. I can't stress that enough. If you're interested in a personal, look in the description box and we can talk about this. Okay. But yeah, I love you, I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next transmission. Peace.